Good morning dear students, hope you are all doing good. So in the last class we have discussed about nutrition in plants, that is how it prepares food, being an autotrophic, so how the plants prepare food, and the heterotrophic, that is plants also we have studied, and about animals also the nature of, so intake of food we have discussed, that is they are heterotrophic in nature, they may be herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, parasites, isn't it? So different modes of nutrition the animals have. So what is animal nutrition? What is animal nutrition? The mode of intake of food and its utilization by the body. The mode of intake of food and its utilization by the body is called as animal nutrition. Okay. So the different components of food such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, roughages, water, these kinds of food they will intake. Animals intake so as a food, isn't it? So and in the carbohydrates, proteins, fats are called as macronutrients. That means they required by our body in large amount, whereas vitamins and minerals are called as micronutrient. It requires for our body in very small amount. Okay, and then roughage, it helps for the proper digestion, and water is very much essential to maintain our body temperature, isn't it? So like this, different components of food are intake by the animals. So what is digestion then? What is digestion? The process of conversion of complex food into simpler food. Complex, so form of substances into simple form of substances. For example, carbohydrate we intake. After digesting in our body, it is converted into glucose, simpler glucose units. In the same way, proteins we take as a food, it will convert it into, after digestion, it will convert it into very small amino acids. In the same way, fats we will take. Okay, so that is after digestion converted into very small, okay, fatty acids and glycerol. In the same way, vitamins, minerals, roughage, water, these complex food items converted into simpler form by using enzymes, by using different enzymes present released by different parts of our body. So this process is called as digestion. This process is called as digestion. And we know that there are different varieties of animals are there. Reptiles are there, insects are there, carnivores, herbivores, omnivores. Okay, so there are different kinds of animals are there. Aquatic animals are there, terrestrial animals are there, isn't it? So they undergo different mode of intake of food. For example, in table 2.1 they have given. In table 2.1 they have given how the snail, what the snail eats, and how the mode of feeding takes place. And ant, eagle, hummingbird, lice, mosquito, butterfly, housefly, how these animals intake the food, and also in what kind of food they will take inside. So either they use the mechanism called scraping, chewing, siphoning, capturing, and swallowing, sponging, sucking. These are the different ways of intake of food by different animals. Okay, find out that and you have to write that, complete that table. And the next one amazing fact is there, how the starfish intakes the food. How the starfish intakes the food. Okay, starfish is an aquatic animal which helps its arms to move from one place to another place in search of food, by to escape from the enemies, etc. Okay, so it feeds on the food. It feeds on the food, small animals in the sea water. So by opening its mouth, the stomach itself enters outside. The stomach itself enters outside from its mouth and eat and take the food and gets inside. And it releases several enzymes and they digest the food. Okay, so through the mouth the stomach gets outside and take the food and it swallows. So it enters inside inside the body through the mouth only, and then it starts digestion process. This is one amazing fact where the stomach comes outside and takes the food and gets inside. Okay, so this is how the starfish takes inside the food. And the next concept is how the digestion of So that is digestion takes place in the humans. How the digestion takes place in the humans. So we know that that is apart from classifying as a gender, we are having same digestive system. It contains different parts such as mouth, food pipe or esophagus. So then stomach, liver, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. These are the different parts involved in the digestion of human beings. So first, we will take a mouth. First we will take a mouth. So mouth is a region where the intake of food takes place. The intake of food is called as ingestion. The intake of food is called as ingestion. So the intake of food is called as ingestion. So then in the mouth we can see different parts again, isn't it? So mouth is arranged with the teeth in a socket, in a definite socket of gums. The teeth are arranged. There are 4 different types of teeth. The first one is the incisors. Incisors. So the front portion of the teeth is called as incisors, and side teeth so called canines, and then behind the premolars, and then is the molars. Okay. So this incisors, this also depending upon the types of teeth also depends upon which type of food the animal are going to take, isn't it? So being an herbivore and a carnivore, so the human beings have these 4 types of teeth which are arranged in a socket of gums. Okay. So incisors helps to bite, helps in biting and cutting. Canines are the teeth which used to tear, tearing. Okay. Sugarcane for example. Premolars and molars are helps to chew the food properly. This proper chewing of the food is called as mechanical digestion. So we can see that there are 2 stages of teeth are there: milk teeth and the permanent teeth. In milk teeth will fall. Milk teeth when we are 1 year old, the milk teeth will come and it will last for 7 to 8 years. After that, the permanent teeth arises up to our lifetime. Okay, the permanent teeth will be remained. Okay, this is the function of the teeth, where it is very much essential for the proper mechanical digestion of the food in the mouth. The teeth cannot alone work. Teeth alone cannot work. It needs the help of the tongue. Tongue is a fleshy muscular organ which is attached to the lower jaw of the mouth. It helps in sensing the taste. Such as sour, salty, bitter, isn't it? Spicy, sugary. So like this, it senses the taste, and also it helps in talking. It helps in talking. Without the tongue, we cannot talk. Okay, it helps in talking, and it helps in the proper mixing of the food. It brings all the food which are attached to the teeth, which are bind to the teeth. It can take away the food which is it helps in proper mixing of the food. Like this, the tongue which is very much essential for the mechanical digestion. And one more thing is there, the salivary glands present in our mouth. Salivary glands present in our mouth releases enzymes such as salivary amylase, which helps in the conversion of complex carbohydrate into maltose, simple sugar units. Okay, so in that way, in the mouth, with the help of teeth, tongue and salivary glands, the partial digestion will be over. Okay, so from this, this moist food which is half chewed, half digested, that is called as a bolus. movement. Peristaltic movement. That means, so if you eat the bigger food or a smaller food, so it will enter easily through the esophagus. How? Because of the flexible movement of the esophagus, flexible movement of the food pipe. That flexible movement of the food pipe during swallowing of the food from the mouth to the stomach is called as peristaltic movement. Okay, so then through this peristaltic movement, the food enters, the bolus enters from the mouth to the stomach. Stomach is a J-shaped muscular organ. Stomach is a J-shaped muscular organ. It contains mucus. It contains mucus to protect the inner wall of the stomach. And also it releases HCl, hydrochloric acid, to create the acid environment for the food, and it helps in proper digestion of the food. It helps in proper digestion of the food. And then to this stomach, okay, this stomach, from this stomach the food enters into the small intestine. So along with the stomach, that is food contents, the juices from the liver, from the pancreas also enters into the small intestine. The digestive juices from the liver, pancreas also enters into the small intestine. So this small intestine is about 7.5 meter long tubular structure which is coiled so many times. Coiled so many times in order to fix in a small packet which is surrounded by a large intestine. This small intestine, with the help of liver juice which contain bile salts which digest the fat, and pancreatic juice. Pancreas releases some juice, so that is then stored in the gallbladder. Gallbladder is another this green color structure present so near the liver, and so the contents of this liver, pancreas and gallbladder enters into the stomach and digests the carbohydrate into small glucosidates, proteins into small amino acids, fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, so they make the complex food into more simpler juices, and this small intestine contains a villi, structure called villi inside its wall. Small intestine contains villi, hair-like projections present inside the small intestine, so which is surrounded by the blood vessels. So that they absorbs this, so digested juices, digested food so into the blood, and then that digestive food, so along with the blood it enters all our parts of the body. And the waste undigested food is remained in this large intestine, and it is escaped or eliminated through rectum and anus. This is all about the digestion. Digestion takes place in the human beings, which involves all these parts such as mouth, in the mouth, teeth, tongue, and then salivary glands, and then the stomach, and then gallbladder, liver, pancreas. Okay, and then at last small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. These are the different parts involved in the digestive system. And to identify that whether the food present in the mouth is half digested or not, we have to do the test for starch. That means, so when you take the food to achieve it properly, and then that sample is taken in the test tube, add some yellow color iodine solution to that. If yellow color iodine remains same, okay, so then it does not contain starch. It means it does not contain starch. It is already converted into glucosidates. If that yellow color converted into blue-black color, that That means it indicates that starch is present. That means you are not properly chewed. Your complex carbohydrate starches does not convert it into simpler form. This is the test you can do. So for this mechanical digestion in the mouth. This is all about the digestion in human beings. Properly read the textbook and you have to write the diagram of digestive system and you have to write the parts involved in the digestive system and then the function of each part involved in the digestive system. This is all about today's class about digestion of food in human beings. Thank you dear students. So do the homework properly, read the textbook. Okay.